slowly.
Hey guys, what's up? This is Dylan from Team Zenveiler coming to you with another Mermail deck profile. This one's the recent talk, which is the mono Mermail and my take on it. There's a little bit of differences, partially money, partially just because that's the way I like to play it. Anyway, I'll get into it, and I'll even give you brief explanations why I chose this different version. First off, we have two Abyss Megalo. I'll apologize now for the camera; it's been giving me trouble. And two Megalo because I'm not spending more money on that card. If you watched my 9 version, you'll probably laugh at me for one of my extra deck cards. Then we have Abyss Lead, part of the Ditch Engine with Gunde in this deck, if any of you have heard of this deck. Then we have 3 Abyss-scorn. And these guys, this whole deck is about rank 7, rank 7, rank 7. You're kind of replacing the Undyne engine with Abyss-scorn, and he's just a good card. You ditch a water, and when he hits the field, he searches level 4 or lower Mermail. He can make some awesome plays, and if I happen to get enough likes on this page, and maybe a few extra subscribers, I'll actually go over the combos in this deck. Next we have 3 Divas, because Diva's just good. She sinks. I like her at 3 in this deck just because she's that good. She's a easy top deck. And we have 3 Dragoons for the search engine. You're going to be ditching these guys as much as possible with your Abyss-scorn and your Megalos. Most times you won't summon Linde in his proper summon. When you do, usually you try to go big pluses. Then I run 3 Marksman, kind of standard. A little bit different from Billy Break is double Infantry. I don't know why his build ran 1 Infantry. I really like 2. They get me out of a lot of tough spots, my personal opinion. I run 2 Gunde, mostly just because that's what I'm running. I don't ever have a time where I wish I had 3. Most times, she sits in my hand until I have a use for her. So at 2, she's really good, and at 3, I feel like she'd clog. Just a quick explanation on her. When she gets discarded, just discarded by to the graveyard, she special summons any Mermail. So that means you can pull out a Megalo, you can pull out a Lead, you can pull out a Abyss-scorn, whatever just you need at the time. So she's really good. She's one of the things that makes this deck workable in the mono format. Then we run 2 Abyss Pike, discard engine. You can discard Dragoons, get some searches off. He's just an all-around good card. No more than 2, but still really good. Then we have 3 Linde, because Linde is just too good. Easy first turn. She's just a good card. I apologize, my voice probably sounds funny. I've been sick. And the last monster, this is a really big monster mash kind of deck. I run 1 Gorz. I tried Trag. I'll show you my 2 cards that I took out from my original make of this. Tried Trag, which I have here, and I just felt like I ditched too many cards to make Trag useful. So Gorz seemed to work better in this build, while in like the Undyne build, I like Trag better. Then for the spell lineup, we have Dark Hole, Monster Reborn, Pot of Avarice, Heavy Storm, 2 MSTs, and then another one. I like Salvage in this build. If you look at the ARG players, I believe they didn't run any salvages. I personally like Salvage. I top deck it too much for game and tight spots, and it's just an all-around good card. I tend to never have it clog my hand. For the traps, I'm a little bit trap heavy. For most of this type of deck, I run 1 bottomless, 2 torrential, 2 sphere. Sphere, yeah, it's just good. I only like 2 just because it can kind of clog. At 3, personal opinion. Then 1 squall. Very few times do I find that I wish I had 2 squall. I mean, it's a good card, but at the same time, it's broke, but at the same time, it's just, I don't like it at 2. For anyone who doesn't know what this card does, I'm going to try to get it in the camera. Basically, you target 3 Mermail monsters in the grave, any's, and then you special summon them all in defense position. During the end phase, you destroy them. So you can get out a Linde and a Abyss, or just your 7s, make an instant rank 7, and you can put a Linde on the field so you get a free special summon at the end of the turn. The last card for 40 is Abyss-scorn. I absolutely love this card. I don't know why I like it so much, but it's just good. If you activate it, you give a Mermail plus 1,000 attack for the turn. And if your opponent MSTs it, you can you send, not pop, but you actually send an opponent's monster to the grave, which is very significant. And you can also, if you're playing like a non-trap deck, and you have dead MSTs, you can actually set an MST in Scorn and pop your own Scorn to save your hide. I've done that a few times. It's funny, it can mess up plays. It's not a plus, but sometimes you have to go minus to stop getting from OTK'd. It's an all-around good card. Next up is the extra deck. I have 1 Abyss-Gaios, 1 Gaia the Thunder Charger. I'm probably going to replace Gaia for another Abyss-Gaios. 1 Big Eye. If you guys watched my other video, I insisted I would never get a Big Eye, but it just so happened I did. Opportunity came up, it was fairly cheap, and now I'm definitely not regretting getting it. Then for rank 4, we have Bahamut Shark. He works really good when you just get some rank 4s, or not rank 4s, level 4s out. He works good with Dragoons because he pops Dragoons effect, and I'll explain why in the level 3s. Then we have Abyss Dweller, all-around good card, booster, and great in the mirror match. Then we have Abyss Trite. Her effect's really long-winded. Most likely you're not going to use all but the last bit of her effect. See if I can get that into focus. Well, since I can't, basically when she hits the graveyard, I'm not sure if it's destroyed or not. It is destroyed and sent. You can, basically she's a monster reborn for any Mermail except herself, so she can't just loop herself. That means Megalo, Linde, doesn't matter. Really good card. That's an awesome 28 defense. You pull her out with Bahamut Shark by detaching. People like to attack with Bahamut Shark and then detach to get his effect off. And you generally will pull her out, and it's just a wall that they have to get around, and if they dark hole, you have like a little safety net. Then we have Leviathan. Kind of standard rank 3 water, gets off the Atlantean effects. Gotcha, you'll make them on occasion, not too often, but on occasions. Then we have Stardust for the Synchros, Scrap, Gunde. He's just broken this deck. Then for 6 we have Gaia. I like Gaia just because he's a 26 attacker, and that's pretty easy to pull out, and he's just pretty good. We have DeLorean, And then for level 5, we have TG Hyper Librarian. I don't own a Catastor. I occasionally borrow one for tournaments. It's just one of those cards I've never gotten my hands on. And a lot of the times I like TG Hyper Librarian over it, especially in heavy synchro matchups. And then for the last one, level 4, Armor Arm. Just an all-around good card. A lot of people like to do Hyper Librarian, Armory combo, Armor Arm combo. Good card. And I see I'm getting into 10 minutes, so I'm going to speed this up a little bit and just go into my quick side deck. 1 space, 1 Prohibition, System Down, Mirror Force, Change the Trap Line, Double Dust Tornado, kind of standard. Royal Decree, you'll obviously want to side out a lot of your traps, but just an all-around good card. Double Goes in Match, just good. They already say windups are making their comeback, yada yada yada. Chain Disappearance at 2. I just like it. Really good card. Generally side out a bottomless if I'm dealing with a deck that does more low-level monsters. And put one of these in. Double Shadow Impriz, kind of just standard. Dark Worlds, Insectors, just a good card. 1 Trag. I like Trag, but I very rarely side them in. Gemini Imps for Dark Worlds, or Mirror Match sometimes, or, well, I guess I should say Undineless matchup, because a lot of the time I won't use it. And at that note, I'll say if you like this deck profile, you can like, subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And you can stay tuned for just a little bit longer, and I'm going to go over 2 cards that I kept out, which are these 2. A lot of people see Trag. If you already saw that why. The main one is Mullen Glacia. I don't like him in this deck because he's too hard to find, and oftentimes he'll be a dead draw when you actually draw him, and you have to search for him with the Dragoons in hand. It's just a little bit easier to pull out in a Undyne version. So all in all, I found he was just inconsistent when I tested him. I'd just suggest against running him. I guess you could. He's still a broken card, but it's up to you. And Trag, just because, like I said, you get less hand advantage in this one. He's still a great card, though. So I hope you enjoyed that. Sorry, my voice is a little bit sick. Yeah, this is an all-around good deck. I can't say that it's personally better or worse than the Undyne version. It's really hard for me to tell. I like them both, honestly. This one's a little bit more fun because you get to play with Big Eye a lot more. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. And this is Dylan from Team Zinvaler signing out. And please like, subscribe, and maybe if I can get, say 100 likes, because our videos are very unpopular, I'll actually go over a video with a bunch of combos for this deck and all that I've discovered. So I hope you enjoyed, and peace.